Hey there, folks. We're back and I'm ready for another one. Hang on just a second. I got to get this changed. I just noticed I haven't changed my title in a couple of shows now. I guess it's probably time to go ahead and do that. Let's see, 226. No, 226. This is going to be a 1947 Philadelphia hand-wrapped roll. This thing's got years worth of tape on it. And it had so much tape on it that I just sliced off the end of the taped roll. And I'm going to finish opening this roll. See, look, it's lots and lots of tape. So I sliced the tape off the end. I'm going to work on trying to get more of the tape off here. I figured slicing the end might help, but the coins won't come out. They're too tightly taped in. So I try to get the wrapper opened without cutting into any of the coins. It's not a very easy thing to do here. There we go. There's a little bit more of the wrapper. Okay, now I got coins coming out. Now, if we find the big double die in here, every coin that we find in here is going to be a minimum of $150, $200. Very, very nice double die can be found in these coins. And if they're high grade, they could be some monster stuff here. So let's take a look. I'll move these a little bit closer in. There we go. Coin number 1 goes to Doug Reese. Well, let's take a look at Doug Reese's coin. See where we start. Well, there's nothing wrong with that coin. The coin looks pretty nice. It turned a little bit brown being on the end of the roll and having contact with the wrapper all these years, but it's still a nice choice to gem coin. We not only have some opportunities on the obverse for double dies, but we also have a really good opportunity on the reverse for a double die. There's at least a couple of different really nice double die reverses known for 1947D, so let's check it out. Or 1947 Philadelphia. I keep saying 47D. Oh, there's a spot on that one. I keep saying 47D because I'm more used to going through 47D rolls than I am 47 plain, that's for sure. Okay, so the reverse on this coin didn't work out to be so wonderful, but the obverse was in really good shape. Hey Adam, how you doing, buddy? I saw everybody else here except, well, I don't remember I see everybody. Let me go ahead and say hi to everybody. Here's Jim Fletcher, Tim Morrell, Farm Dog. Let's see, who else do we have? Joe McBride, Jeff Dunn. Let's see, Adam Chambers. And that's all I see in here for right now. RJ Stone said something about checking my email. I checked my email. I didn't have anything from anybody. So he may be talking about the payments email, which I don't ever check. So I'll have to check that after the show is over. And here's number 2. Number 2, Adam Chambers. And it looks like we have a spot on the coin. Let me zoom into this just a little bit. You can see these a little bit better if we zoom in. There we go. You can definitely see this isn't the major double die, so we're going to keep looking. Not a doubled I. Nothing on the L. So let's flip this over and take a look at the reverse. Yeah, it's one of the most exciting football games in NFL history on TV now. We've got the Cleveland Browns against the New York Giants. Can you say gag? Who really wants to see that? Already past your bedtime? Okay, Farm Dog. You know, this is, unfortunately, this was a necessary evil to being able to get to the point of finishing all of this before the show on Tuesday. Yep. Still not a big double die. Not a little double die. The chances of finding a double die in this roll are going to be very small, but if we do find them, they're going to be very nice. So that's basically what I have to say about that. Looks like we may have a minor class 6 going on here. Could well be a very minor class 6 double die obverse. I'll have to check this again. Look at it more closely when I get a chance. And here is the reverse of this one. No hub doubling going on here. So we will move on to the next coin. We do have nice condition coins here. These coins are nice and red. So I'm not sure we're going to find anything in them, but we're at least going to give it a good shot. At least going to shoot at it. And see what happens. Let's see there. Okay, nothing there. My camera is twisted sideways, and being that my camera is twisted sideways, I keep wanting to move everything the wrong direction. This is better. I can drive better this way. Let's look on the reverse again here. I have seen a 1947 Philadelphia with a double die reverse, and it was a very impressive looking coin. And of course, the double die obverse is always impressive too, but I've never found one of those in uncirculated. All the ones I've ever found were circulated out of bags, and even those are impressive. There we go. Get everything focused in nicely so we can tell what we have by looking at the screen. Jessica, can you check the payments email address and see what's going on? We got an email from RJ Stone. I'm not sure if he sent that during, before, after, or whatever we got his issue with being registered cleared up. But it was the very first comment in this video, which makes me wonder what was going on. Okay, that one's for Donna Mac. No double die there, but we do have a pretty nice looking coin. None of these are going to match. I don't think any of these are going to match up to the 66 level, but they're nice 65 coins, a lot of them. Adam Chambers. Let's see what Adam Chambers gets here. Got nothing really there. Looking at the reverse now. The reverse shows us nothing more. That's probably true, Tim. I didn't think about that. I just want to make sure we didn't have a new email from him. Oops. I want to look at the obverse of all these first. So I'm really excited about trying to find one of those double dies, man. That double die, if the 47 double die is in this, man, these would be wonderful. Stone cold wonderful coins. And we do have what appears to be a minor double die. Looks like a double die lid right there. It might be a double die lid. Okay, that's fine, Jess. Well, I do believe we have a doubled eyelid here for Sireg. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to put it in a flip and move it off to the side in case it is. We should see other examples if that is indeed the case, but you can see it right there. If you look rather carefully at the eye, you'll see the doubled eyelid appearance. Well, let's keep moving around the coin, see what else we find, if anything. Nothing else there. Clash mark in the throat area. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh no, we've got a spot on the L. That's kind of an ugly spot. And the coin wasn't very strongly struck. That's what all these little marks all over the coin are. Okay, thanks, Jessica. So we're going to hold this off to the side as our first possible double die of the roll. That's a doubled eyelid. And Farm Dog gets the next coin, trying to get through these quick as we can for Farm Dog so he can get off to bed. What else do we have here? No major double die, no doubled eyelid. Look at the condition of the coin, though. Condition of the coin's pretty nice. What's that on the L? Oh, no, really? Could that be another double die? It's like a vertical bar L. Let's take a really good look at that. Turn it around this way. Get the light shining inward. No. No, that may be a die gouge, but it's not a bar L. Bar L would be centered above the L. This is not centered. No ear there. Gotcha, Adam. Will do. I don't like spots. No spots on this one. Not so far. Got spots on the back. Yeah, Shantanu, there is real no good way of taking carbon spots off of a coin. They've already dug into the surface of the coin. I have heard that freezing the coin will pop them off, but I've never really tried it. Jim Fletcher. Well, not one of the big double dies, and we've got that little mess of die scratches underneath the date. I've seen this die before, and this die is not one of our stars, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the other side, see if anything happened to the other side. Nothing there, really. Alright, well, Jim's coin comes off to the side now. And we move on to coin number 10. Coin number 10 is going to be Levels of Madness. Here's one for Levels of Madness. Hasn't been around in a while. Well, there we go. Not anything but a normal 1947 Lincoln cent. Now you can see nice markers up there. Die scratches between the TR and around the U. But unfortunately, there are markers to nowhere. Unless we have something on the reverse. If we have something on the reverse, then maybe we could have something nice. No, unfortunately, I don't see anything here. Except it is a pretty decent looking coin. Very decent looking coin altogether, all told. And I'm going to move on to the next one now. That's Levels of Madness. Let's see who's next. Jeff Dunn. Jeff Dunn comes up next. What do we have on this one? It's a regular 47. Is that one of the... No, it's not one of the doubled eyelids. A heavy deep scratch underneath the ear. gouge under or next to the N of in. Keep moving around this one and see if we find anything else here. Nothing on the reverse. A little bit of a stain there. Now to coin number 12. Coin number 12 goes to John L. Let's see what John L gets. Well, no doubling in the date. No doubling around the I. It's got a few gouge marks and other assorted markers, but nothing to go after here. No doubling. I flip over and take a look at the other side. And the other side, has a few spots on it. And no doubling. So I move on now. That's coin number 12. Looking at coin number 13 now. Coin number 13 goes to New Marshall in town. That's a name we haven't heard in a little while. He got involved in the roll reveals for this week. Got no double die there. Nothing in the eye. Nothing in the In God We Trust or Liberty. Now coin number 14. Coin number 14 goes to Donna Mac. Let's see what Donna Mac gets. Gosh, I'd love to be getting these double dies. I really just want to get a bunch of double dies for you guys. I have a really great Christmas time, That would be really cool. But unfortunately, this roll seems like it's turning out relatively closely to most other 1947 rolls I've seen in my lifetime, and that's a very big number of 3. I've opened a total of 3 1947 rolls in my entire life, which is why I haven't found a lot of the double dies, and it's because there's not a whole lot of rolls out there to go through. Not a lot of them to go through, that's for sure. Doug Reese now. Mr. Reese gets... also not the big double die. We do have a doubled eyelid, though. It's another one of the doubled eyelids. So that's going to be nice. We got a second coin here, now a doubled eyelid. It tells me we probably have an actual doubled eyelid. Same marker. I see a big long die scratch next to the Eye of Liberty. Should be not much of nothing on the reverse. That's what we got. Yep, same clash too. That's correct. So here we go. We've got 2 of those at this point. Now let's see if we can find more. Looks like the big double die is probably out of the question for this particular roll. Which that doesn't surprise me a lot, but I had big hopes. Had high hopes coming in. I got nothing there. Come on, camera. Be nice to me. I haven't started the computer in about 2 days now, so that's probably part of the problem. I leave my computer on 24/7. I'm working on it probably 18 hours out of the day, so I shut it down and bring it back up once in a while, and sometimes when I actually leave the house for a few hours, I'll shut it down and let it sit and cool off, I guess you might say. These are nice coins for 1947 plain. I can tell you that. There's nice luster to them. Only a few of them have any marks or spots. Most of them are relatively clean looking. I'd go with a solid gem condition on a lot of them. In gem condition, these are $10, $15 coins. Let's see, number 18, Dynamac. Let's see what Dynamac ends up with. This is a nice original roll. I was afraid it might not be, but it is. It's an original roll from an original source, and the reason I know that's because I keep running through the same dies over and over again. What kind of grade? I'm thinking MS65 red for a number of them. I've seen as low as 62 and as high as 65. I haven't seen anything above 65, and I really haven't seen anything below 62. That one's for Dynamac. I know, Donna, I didn't get you anything on that one. I'm sorry. Looking for die varieties for everybody. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of power. I've only got the power to pull the coins out of the roll. The roll is what determines everything, not me. Okay, there we have another. And it appears to be another normal one. I haven't seen anything doubled on the reverse on any of these yet. Yep, another normal one. That's for Farm Dog. That's coin number 19. Now for number 20. Coin number 20 goes to Yo Man. Yo Man, what do you have, buddy? Let's see, you got a little hit on the 9. That's one of those with all those gouges in trust. We've seen this die before. That's what tells me when I'm in an original roll, is that I see the same dies repeating over and over again. And that's what happens when the mint makes coins. They go into a hopper, which sends them into a bin. And then they go pour them into a larger hopper in another room where they fall through, get counted into the bags. Then the bags would be sewn shut when they had 5,000 coins in them. That was back in the day. When they made 5,000 count bags, there were other count bags in other years. Count it out, stitch them, sew them up, send them to somebody else who will wrap them and distribute them. Wrapping and distributing generally occurred either at banks or at the security facilities, and the security facilities may actually roll for the banks at times. Not every bank wrapped their own coins. So, for instance, Chase Manhattan Bank did not wrap their own coins. They had an outsource that would do that for them. They just gave them rolls of their paper, bags of coins, and paid them to wrap them up. That's why with the people now who are simply tearing rolls open and looking for nothing valuable and doing it by the dozens of boxes and taking them back to the bank expecting that to remain free to them as a service of the bank, for what? You're not paying them. You're not paying them to rewrap all these coins you're opening up. That's what I don't understand. The people aren't taking full advantage of learning about the coins and finding all of the goodies inside those bags. The earliest 5,000 count date bag I've ever had, earliest I've ever had was 58. It's a 58D bag. The earliest I've ever seen was a 54 Denver. I think they came before 1954, but 54 was the earliest I ever saw. Deanne now. Hey, Hoop. Deanne, we'll get this coin right here. And this one is not one of the double die lids. This one has a die dot above the S and below the G. I've seen that die dot below the G. So I know we've hit this roll before, or this particular die before. My mouth is kind of cottony. I haven't had anything to drink in a couple of hours. Drink as in water, folks, as in water. I don't drink alcohol. Well, I do once in a great while, but I'm not an alcohol drinker. I am diabetic and I drink a lot of water. And right now I haven't had water in a little too long. That's okay, we'll go ahead and finish the show. And then I'll go down and drink a gallon of water. I've had I've had one bag of 58D. I've had a few bags in the 59, 60, 61 era. I've opened one from 63 here on the show. I've had 2 or 3 bags from 64. I've had 5 or 6 bags of 73 plain. I've had 68D. And then a whole lot of bags in the 70s and 80s. 2001 was the last year the Mint issued sealed bags of Lincoln Cents by the $50 amount. DRS. First time in one of these reveals. Let's see what we can get for DRS. Nothing on the date. It is one of the doubled eyelids as it appears. Okay, I got that patch of die scratches right up into the head. Looks almost like somebody ran a trowel across the background. So I'm going to use that as a marker to see if I can match this up to others. I don't think this is the same die as the one that we've been looking at. I don't think it is, because we don't have the die scratch on the eye that I was looking for. Die scratch on the Eye of Liberty is not there. Got a little die scratch at the bottom of the L. And this may not be a doubled eyelid. Let me zoom in and take a better look at it. Well, kind of hard to say it isn't. Kind of hard to say it is. We'll just keep looking. But I'll pull this one out for sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at the reverse and see if we have anything doubled on the reverse. Double die reverse would be a very cool thing right now. But I got nothing here. Maybe. Yeah, got nothing there. So we'll set that off to the side. Call that a possible doubled eyelid there. Here's another one for Yo Man. And Yo Man's going to get, it looks like a normal one. Yeah, it's going to be a normal coin. Die scratch down from the R. Got nothing there. Take a look at the other side. Sometimes these coins will surprise you. All of a sudden you're looking through them and thinking that you're going to get skunked, and bam, you find a really, really nice one. Could be a straggler from another bag count. Could be a lot. John, box auctions meaning I build boxes as I go along with the rolls? Yes, I will be doing more of those eventually. Probably not this week. I don't think I'm actually going to be doing much of a regular auction this week. I'm getting a bunch of reveals ready to do. I'm going to kind of shift gears to reveals for a couple of weeks. Then what I'm going to be doing when I do come back for regular auctions, actually I'm going to be here on the 1st of January. So I'm going to be doing an auction on the 1st of January, and it's going to be a singles auction. It'll be a singles auction where every coin I put up will start at $1. Every coin starts at $1. Okay, that's not a doubled eyelid. I think that's going to be fun for you guys because I'm going to be starting a whole lot of earlier wheat cents. I'm starting everything at $1. Going to be a lot of coins to sell. I think I'm going to put somewhere north of 500 coins up for auction. We're going to run through it pretty quickly, but even running through it pretty quickly, it's still going to last for hours. So I'm still working on the time of day that it's going to be, but I'm looking at probably New Year's Day beginning at about 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern Time. New Year's Day, 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Give you all-nighters a chance to get some sleep before the auction starts. Oh, your wife's birthday is New Year's Day. I had a really good friend whose birthday is New Year's Day, too. I think he was born in 58. Okay, got nothing. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Did I look at the obverse of that? I looked at the reverse of this one first, didn't I? Okay, there we go. There's the die scratches I was talking about. So this one could be another one of those possibles. So there should be a dot in the middle of the eye area here. Not anywhere near as convincing as the other looked. Not near as convincing as that other one was. And these don't actually look like die scratches. These look like lathe marks. They are lathe marks. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, these are concentric lathe marks, just like on the 96 pennies that we've looked at. Yeah, he does look like he got smacked in the eye. A lot of 10, 15 cent PDS 72 bags. They were fun, but all master DDOs. I do have some of those. That's a very nice looking, I guess you'd call it an error maybe. Those are regular die scratches there. But these little concentric die gouges are very interesting. They look like they were hubbed in there. They look like they were engraved into the master die that way. Odd. Very odd. All right. Well, Tim, it's yours. I appreciate it. I'm going to set this over here with coin number 25 just in case it might be a doubled eyelid, but I'm almost going to call it a no, but I'm going to look first. Sureg gets coin number 29. And coin number 29 is, well, it's a 1947 Lincoln cent. What do you know? It's not one of the doubled eyelids. It's not one of the suspected doubled eyelids. It's not any other kind of a double die obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse real quick and see if we have a double die reverse. A little bit too close to the coin, actually. Back out to this level so it makes it easier to see. There we go. Got some spots on this one. That's coin number 29. Hey, Treasure Trolls, Michigan, I'm doing fine. Doing great. Has a good day. DRS, second coin in this roll. DRS is new with the family, so we're going to try to get him something nice here. Well, what do we have? Yeah, it looks normal, unfortunately. Looks normal there. All over the obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse and see if there's anything not normal on the reverse. Otherwise is pretty much an MS63 coin. There's a number of hits on it. Bag hits, little tiny bag hits all over. And it is not going to be one of the better coins. Coin number 31 goes to Sissy. Let's see what Sissy gets out of here. Not a big double die. Not a doubled eyelid. Not one of the suspected doubled eyelids either. And what do we see on the reverse? Well, it looks like we're not going to get anything out of this, unfortunately. But this coin has a lot of happy friends right over here. In the stack of coins they didn't mess up that are going to our collecting partners everywhere around the country. I got another one for Yo Man here. Yo Man Gull. What do we got here? Not the big double die. It is not the doubled eyelid. Oh, it's one of those with the gouges in trust. Happy friends. That's right. Chuck says happy friends. A lot of happy friends live right over here in the pile of, well, some people may call them deplorables. I call them happy friends. I'm one of those people. Always optimistic. All right, Yo Man gets another happy friend coin. Goes with the rest of the happy friends out of this particular roll. Here's Deanne. Deanne now. Gonna pick up this 1947 Lincoln cent and not a double die eyelid. Not a double die obverse. You guys see that when I'm looking through these really scarce rolls, I'm a lot more careful about how I do things. It's not 57D, folks. This is 1947 Philadelphia. 1947 Philadelphia. The dealer wholesale on a roll of 1947 Philadelphia is at $100 now. $100 roll. And the retail on a roll like this is nearing $200 now. There we go. Number 34, Jeff Dunn. I wanted to give everybody the opportunity of getting into a nice double die at a very cheap price, and, well, I tried. Didn't quite make it there. Now, this is the second one of these I've seen, at least, out of this roll. I was dismissing them as not doubled eyelids, but it looks like it could actually be. It's going to be quite distant in spread. But it's really, really, really hard to assign an eyelid to that because all I've got is a dot. Doesn't look like much of anything else. And I don't think I'd be willing to call this an eyelid unless somebody else already did, and I haven't seen anybody else call it anything, so I'll give it a very, very faint maybe and move on. Got a little die crack coming off the back of the jacket, it looks like. It's a pupil. It's better a pupil than a pupae. Alright, well, we got some staining on this coin. It's coin number 34 now, coin number 35. Coin number 35 goes to Jim Fletcher. This is another one of those with the nice little marks up there. Looks like a mortise trowel got a hold of it, but I'm thinking probably something to do with the actual hubbing of the die itself. It looks like hub marks. Oh, spot on the jacket there too. Let's see. Keep going through these rolls, trying to make people rich in coins. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. Another one for Yo Man. Coins have got nice luster on them. Very nice luster for late 40s Philadelphia coins. I'll tell you that for sure. Late 40s Philadelphia coins don't generally come very nice. And these are turning out really good. Coin Dragon. Psychic Abe. What does Psychic Abe say? Keep me and never go broke. I guess you're not broke if you have a penny. I don't know what you're going to buy for a penny, but you're not broke. Here comes DRS. Last coin in the roll for DRS. And not the double die. And what else here? Not a double die on the obverse at all. Well, we've been hitting these nice and hard, and I don't seem to have a whole lot to show for them. I'll check again to be sure that we don't have the eye. For shame, for shame. Take a look now at 38. 38 is going to go to New Marshall. And here's coin number 38. Let's see. Oh. See, it's one of the other possible little eyelids. It's got the what looks like lathe marks in front of the forehead. .38 is a 47. That is correct. 38 is a 47, and it's one of the possible lathe mark with doubled eyelids. So we're going to put it off to the side. And go on to coin number 39. It goes to Sureg. Sureg for coin number 39. Let's take a look at it and see what he got. Well, there's that. And there's that. Ah, it's one of those. Looks like it's going to be another one of those coins that's going to go live with the pile of other happy little coins until I can get them married off to their owners. I am a justice of the pieces. All of these little pieces will end up marrying their new owners. Sureg is going to be the new owner of this one. And here's number 40. Number 40 goes to Sissy. Miss Sissy Atwell. Let's see what Sissy gets. Well, it is not one of our doubled eyelids. It's not one of our possible little doubled eyelids either. Looks like it's going to turn out to be a normal 1947 Philadelphia Lincoln cent. Let's take a look at the reverse and make sure of that. Don't want to count any chickens before they hatch. Although I like eggs just as well as I like chickens. Either way works for me. Fishing on the Mississippi River. I'd rather do it in Minnesota than in New Orleans, I can tell you that for sure. Mississippi River is dumpy. By the time it gets out to New Orleans, it's in bad shape. Let's see. Well, I got another 47 here, and this one is not going to be a double die on the obverse. And on the reverse, also not a double die. That goes to Paul Hampton. Now number 42. Number 42 is for Joe McBride. See what Joe gets. Nothing on the date. It is not a double eyelid. Nothing else on the obverse. Let's flip it over and take a look at the reverse real quick. Somewhat later dice date on the reverse. I do think we've seen this die pair before. The rest of the coins from this die pair are sitting over here in the pile of deplorables. We're going to call them happy little coins, though. where are we here? There we go. Yeah. Nothing on the date. Nothing in the eye. Nothing on In God We Trust. Flip it over, take a look at the other side. And I don't see it going on there. Coin number 44 now. Coin number 44 goes to Shantanu Singh. Shantanu Singh gets... Oh, it is an earlier die state look. It is not the doubled eyelid. These are not the doubled eyelids you're looking for. Okay. Well, got nothing else on that one. Let's see what comes next. On number 45, this one goes to Tim Morrell. I've always assumed your name was pronounced Tim Morrell. I hope it's not Tim Morrell and I've been saying it wrong all along. But if it's pronounced Tim Morrell, you spell it wrong. Just letting you know. Ah, okay. Tim Morrell gets a spot on the neck, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the reverse and see what we get there. Well, I don't see anything of any special note on this one, so we're going to let it live with these happy other coins right over here. In the, well, it's going to be in the majority rules pile. Farm Dog. This is for Farm Dog. Again, not one of the doubled eyelids. Boy, this planchet was beat up before it went into the coin production. Then it was beat up again after it became a coin. I've seen this die before. It doesn't have anything on it. Guess where it gets to go? A happy little let me go home sooner pile because I don't need to be studied. Jim. Fletcher. Aha. There's one of those again. There's a little dot in the eye. The pupil. Got nothing else going on here. Take a look at the reverse real quick. Well, hello, Starbuck. Haven't seen you in a while, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going all right and that your holiday season is working out to be merry and bright. Sounds like a commercial. Doug Reese. Doug Reese gets coin number 48. And here is coin number 48. Nice little normal 1947 Lincoln cent. So a lot of these do have pretty nice strikes on them, that is true. And nothing on the reverse. Now, coin number 49. Coin number 49, Levels of Madness. Next to the last coin in the roll. And we come up with... Well, let's see. Appears to be nothing on the obverse. Let's check it real quick on the reverse. Machine doubling on number 44. Hang around. We'll go back to it after I get finished with coin number 50 here. We're almost up to coin number 50, and then I'll back out to coin number 44. If you saw doubling, it was probably machine doubling. We'll go back and take a good look at it, though. Please describe to me where it was that you saw the doubling so we can look there first. And here's coin number 50 for Shantanu Singh. And Shantanu Singh will get, looks like one of the doubled eyelids. Right there. Nice little bump right under the eye. And we look for my long die scratch on the eye. There it is. It's either scratch or crack. And there's the clash mark. So this is going to be one of the doubled eyelids that I found earlier in this roll. And we ended up with 3 of those. So that's pretty good. Let's take out coin number 44. There's coin number 44, Shantanu Singh. Let's take a good look at it again. Looking to see if there's any doubling on this one that I can see. It would be machine doubling most likely. Okay, where is it you're talking about? Erratic, pragmatic. Let me take a look at the reverse real quick and see if there's machine doubling on the reverse. I didn't see machine doubling on these. Okay, the only thing I can think of that the erratic pragmatic was talking about could have been this extra line running down the forehead, which is rather common, actually, on a lot of the late 40s and early 50s, especially 40, I'm going to say 47 through 52. It's very common to have this extra ridge line on the forehead, and that, to me, I believe has something to do with how the reduction lathe did its job on the master die. So let's see, in God we, that might have been a lighting glare. Yeah, it had to have been a lighting glare. There's no machine doubling on in God we. I'll zoom in for you. Yeah, no doubling at all. Everything that you see on the bottom side of the bottom side of the screen, like the front of the G and the front of the O, that's all just a reflection of the other letters nearby. You can see right here as I move my finger around, it gets reflection. You can see the reflection of my finger in his hair right there. That's the same thing that's happening there. The D in God. Okay. Let's take a look at the D. Come on, coin. Okay. Let's see here. Get it back on there. What are you talking about? That little tiny point inside the D? That could possibly be master die doubling. I don't know anything about it. There's more of it in the O. There's not any of it in the G. There's not any more of it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to think. I'm going to go with maybe master die doubling. That's not machine doubling, though. That is other than machine doubling. It adds to the overall normal thickness of the letter, so it has to be something other than machine doubling. It's nothing. I mean, there's nothing special there. So let's do a post count. Let's It's not going to be as encouraging as I would like for it to be, but at least most of these coins are very nice coins, and they're going to make for good 1947 Philadelphia coins for your books or albums. So here's what we've got. Right now, we've got 3 known and 3 possible DDOs, eyelids. Going to be doing number 50, number 15, and number 7 are the known, and number 38, number 28, and number 25 are the possibles. And then all the rest of them are going to be normal coins. So we've got 6 out of 50, and then 44 normal coins. Unfortunately in this roll, but that's just the way it works sometimes. And ho ho ho, that's right. Santa didn't want me playing him this year, so I decided to lay low. But we never know what's going to happen after we get moving through the holiday. So come back Tuesday. Check me out on Tuesday. I may have something for everybody. Who knows? Well, that's me for now. And signing out for the night. I hope you guys are all safe and tucked away for the night. And I will talk to you guys next time around. We've got reveals starting, if you happen to be home, we've got reveals starting at noon tomorrow. At noon tomorrow, we're going to do all the rest of the reveals, the other 4 of them, during the day tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, we're going to come back and we're going to have an auction. It's going to be a big one. Or actually, it's not going to be a big one. It's going to be a nice one. It's going to be nice and tight. Not very many things going on, but you'll see. And then the 1st of January. On the 1st of January, I would like for you all to consider coming around because we're going to have a singles auction. The singles auction is going to be 1 coin at a time. 1 coin at a time, and it's going to start at $1. Everything will start at $1. You guys will have a really great chance to get some goodies with your year-end cash, whatever you may have. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.